In today's testimony, I want to talk about how I graduated from college at 30 with my bachelor degree. So I went to a school in San Francisco, California, my first year of college. That was a pretty bad idea. I couldn't I couldn't go because it was too expensive. The housing cost was ridiculous. And last minute I switched to online classes. This was like back in 2009. So I switched to online classes and I struggled horribly and didn't do well at all. So I did that one year and then I transferred to another school. And after being at that school for a couple years, it was like on quarters. The quarters were 10 weeks apiece and they were fast track. So you would, on your way to your bachelor degree, you would earn your associate degree as you're working towards your bachelor. So they would, you would graduate halfway through, and it was like a 3-year program, so it was very advanced and fast paced. Well, I did well, but because of financial reasons, I had to leave school. And when I left, I was also pregnant, and I left right before I was supposed to graduate. I was a senior. I was also pregnant with my first child, and so it was a little hard over the years. I had struggled, but glory be to God, He miraculously spoke to me concerning returning to school. He confirmed it in me that I would return. And I don't know how because I owed them well over $10,000. Um, but miraculously, it was forgiven, just like God told me it would be forgiven. All that was forgiven, and I was able to return 8 years later with 3 kids. I was able to return to college when I was 29 when I returned, and I was still a senior. All my credits were still good. Thank God. I was able to keep all my credits and everything. I was still a senior, so I would have 1 year and then I would be done. I was super excited to return, and it was an interesting experience. Everything was online, of course, because this was now during COVID. I went back in 2020. Yeah, I went back in 2020 and I graduated in 2021 with my bachelor degree in graphic design. It was definitely an interesting experience, but I'm so grateful to God that I was able to return, that He literally, I did everything I could in my power. He opened up the door so that I could go back. And not just that, but being the youngest and the first in my family, there's my dad, my mom, my older brother, and my older sister. I was the first and the youngest in my immediate family to graduate with a bachelor degree. So it was such a great accomplishment for them to be able to witness me do that, but also my kids to see me do that and them to be proud of me and just really creating a new legacy. And I'm grateful that they were able to be around to witness and celebrate that experience with me. But I just wanted to share how God really helped me get through. I was in school full time. I was also homeschooling full time. I cried many tears. It was not easy, but God provided and He made a way. He even financially provided to where I didn't have to pay a cent out of pocket. He not only allowed me to return, but He paid for that whole year. So where I didn't have to take out any loans, I didn't have to, take out any money out of my pocket. He made a way. So it's something just so amazing about God. And when He says something, like if it's His will, like He will take care of it. He will take care of it financially, and He will cover it, and He will make the connections and the resources and provide everything that you need, because it's His will and it's for His plan and His purposes. So I'm so grateful that I was able to not just experience that for myself, but for my children and my family to be able to witness and experience the goodness of God and how He can provide for us, and He can open doors that no man can shut, and He can shut doors that no man can open. Like, God is so good and He loves us so much. Thank you so much for listening to this testimony. Share yours in the comments too. Has something like this happened to you? Have you been a non-traditional college student? What was your experience like? I will see you in the next one. Bye.